I'm Kanupriya Sharma from GMATQuizMaster, and here I am with a very interesting and a hard weekend OG question. Now, what makes this question interesting is also what makes it hard. What is it? It is the attractive trap answer choice. The trap answer choice here is so attractive that many students attempting this question do not even evaluate it properly. They mark it and move ahead. Hope you are not one of them. Let's start discussing this question. The financial livelihood of our downtown businesses is in jeopardy. So the mayor is saying that the economic situation of our downtown businesses, notice that it is specifically about downtown businesses, is at risk. There are few available parking spaces close to the downtown shopping area. So notice that we are talking about a situation which presents a problem related to the downtown shopping area. The first problem that has been presented is related to the downtown businesses, and the situation that has been presented is again about the downtown shopping area. So, if we are to spur economic growth in our city, now this is a target. If we want to increase the economic growth of our city, and notice that the passage earlier talked about the downtown businesses, the downtown shopping area parking spaces, but the target is economic growth in the city. It is not just related to downtown businesses or downtown area, it is about the entire city. Let's read further. We must build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from downtown. So, this part is the conclusion. And what is the conclusion saying? That if we want to achieve this target of increasing economic growth in the city, we must build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from downtown. Let's understand this conclusion in detail. This conclusion uses a very important word, which is must. Now, what does this must mean? Must means that if we build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from downtown. If this is done, then the result, which is spur economic growth of our city, then only this will happen. If this is not done, if we do not build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from downtown, then we will not be able to spur economic growth of the city. Another thing to be noticed here is that we are talking about two things. Building a large ramp is one thing, and the distance that it should not be more than 2 blocks from downtown is the second thing. If both these conditions are met, then only we will be able to spur economic growth of the city. If these are not met, then the target will not be achieved. Now, what is the mayor's logic here? The mayor's logic is that if there are more parking spaces around downtown area, it will attract more customers. If there are more customers coming, it will increase economic activity in downtown area. If that happens, it will increase economic growth of the city. Now, each of these represents a logical jump in the mayor's reasoning. Now, let's quickly understand the passage structure. So, Mayor is the author here. The first statement presents a fact, which is a problem that has been discussed in the passage. The second statement, there are a few parking spaces available close to the downtown shopping area, is again a fact, and it presents a problematic situation related to downtown shopping area. Also, this has been used as a reason to arrive at the conclusion. Now, this part, so if we are to spur economic growth in the city, this is the target that we are trying to achieve with the action that is recommended in the conclusion. We must build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from downtown is the conclusion. It talks about a necessary situation, a necessary requirement to build a large parking ramp, and that should not be more than 2 blocks away from the downtown. Now, whatever we have discussed till this point, if you were able to arrive at this understanding when you were solving the question, consider that you understood the passage logic properly. However, if you missed anything, if you missed reading something, if you misinterpreted something, or let's say you did not understand this must in the conclusion, you did not understand that these two conditions are necessary as per the conclusion, then consider that you did not understand the passage logic properly or you did not understand the conclusion properly. This is something that will go into your error log. Now, this is the point where you need to start your error analysis, that is, updating your error log. So, take this table, and in this table, depending on how you performed, did you understand the passage logic completely? If you did, mark yes, make a tick here. If you missed anything, then make a cross here. Similarly, for the conclusions meaning, if you missed any word, if you did not understand it properly, make a cross here. Along with that, write down the reason here. So, why were you not able to understand the passage logic? Did you not read it properly? Or you just read it, you just skimmed through it, you did not give enough time to understand the logic, or did you miss any word, or did you not connect the sentences that were given? Similarly, for conclusion, did you just read it, you did not interpret it properly, or you missed a word, or you missed some condition? Whatever is the reason, mention it in detail in this column. Let's read the question stem now. The question stem is, which of the following, if true, more seriously weakens the mayor's reasoning? So we have to find a weakener. Having understood the passage logic, at this point you need to question yourself that what should the correct answer choice convey? The answer to this question will help you eliminate the incorrect answer choices. Now, in this case, what should the correct answer choice convey? Clearly, it should convey that we need not build a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks away from downtown to spur economic growth in our city. This is something that any correct answer choice to this question will convey. Now, if possible, you can consider different scenarios. When can this happen? So, there can be scenarios like um, build a small parking ramp. What if building a small parking ramp can provide sufficient parking spaces for the downtown customers and these can be sufficient to spur economic growth? Then the conclusion will be weakened. Else, what if building a large parking ramp more than 2 blocks from downtown? What if this can help? Or because the problem that is being discussed is related to downtown, but the target is related to the economic growth of the city. There can be ways in which we can achieve economic growth, in which we can increase economic growth of the city without doing anything related to downtown parking. So there can be some other effective way not related to downtown at all. And there can be many other such scenarios. You can consider the logical jumps that Mayer's reasoning has, and you can come up with these scenarios. The important thing is that these scenarios are optional. It If you are comfortable thinking about these scenarios, you can think about them, else you can stop here. This is something that you definitely need. You definitely need to understand what the correct answer choice should convey. You may not find these scenarios in the correct answer choices. However, you will definitely find this meaning being conveyed by the correct answer choice, and hence it is very important to understand what the correct answer choice should convey. Time to update the table again. If you understood what the correct answer choice should convey, then mark a tick here. If you did not understand or you understood something else which was different, if you did not understand it correctly or you misinterpreted what the correct answer choice should say, mark a cross here and again write down the reason for that. Choice A. The city budget is not currently large enough to finance the construction of a new parking ramp. Now, this choice discusses the feasibility of Mayor's plan. It does not tell anything about the impact or the outcome of that plan. It does not say whether doing this, the suggestion that has been given by the mayor, is this the only way to spur economic growth in the city? So, if you selected this choice, it means that you were not sure what the correct answer needs to convey. You were not sure what are you trying to weaken, or you did not check the impact of this choice on the conclusion. So if you selected choice A, most likely you would have a cross here. You did not know what the correct answer choice should convey. Another thing that might happen is that you did not check, you did not gauge the alignment. If you understood what the correct answer choice need to convey, let's say this was the situation here, then you did not verify that choice A actually conveys what the correct answer choice should convey. Let's come to the most popular incorrect answer choice, which is a very attractive choice here. There are other more significant reasons for the financial woes of downtown businesses in addition to a lack of nearby parking spaces. So, this choice tells you that there are more important reasons for the difficulties. So, you probably thought that, okay, we should then address those more significant reasons instead of addressing the parking problem. However, you did not think that even if there are more significant reasons, there are other significant reasons, still building a large parking ramp no more than 2 blocks from the downtown may be required for increasing the economic growth of the city. You did not think about it and you just thought that if there are other more significant reasons, we should just go and address those reasons instead of building a parking ramp here. And that is why you fell in this trap. So, so again, if you selected choice B, you were either not clear with what the correct answer choice needs to convey, or in case you were clear with what the correct answer choice needs to convey, you did not gauge the alignment. You just found that choice to be very attractive. You did not think about it that does it actually convey what the correct answer choice should convey, and you mark that choice. Choice C. Building a parking ramp as much as 4 blocks from downtown would be sufficient to greatly increase the number of shoppers to downtown businesses. So, what is the impact of this choice? This choice convey that even if we build a parking ramp 4 blocks away, even if we do that, it would be sufficient to greatly increase the number of shoppers to downtown businesses. So, it will again help increase economic activity significantly. That would be sufficient, which means that this choice, the information in this choice, weakens this conclusion. It says that building the parking ramp within 2 blocks from downtown is not necessary. That is why choice C is the correct answer choice. If you rejected choice C, you need to understand what is the reason behind eliminating this choice. Choice D. Explosive growth is most often associated with large suburban shopping malls, not small businesses. So, if you selected this choice, it means you did not read the passage properly because the passage at the conclusion is about increasing economic growth of the city. So, as you can see, it is about increasing the economic growth, it is not about explosive growth. So, the information about explosive growth is irrelevant and therefore this choice is incorrect. So if you selected choice D, it is most likely because you do not know the passage logic or the conclusion, or it is possible that you did not understand this choice properly. Choice E. Some additional parking spaces could be added to the downtown area without the construction of a parking ramp. So this choice seems to be suggesting an alternate solution that okay, something else can also be done. However, the use of the word some is the first issue. Some can mean one space for one additional car parking or for 10 additional cars or for 50 additional cars. We do not know what this some would actually mean. So, what exactly will be the impact is not clear to us. And otherwise, also, the choice does not convey that this additional parking space, this additional parking space which is being discussed, it will be sufficient to boost the economic activities here. And that is why choice E cannot weaken the mayor's conclusion, the mayor's reasoning, and is incorrect. So if you selected choice E, it is possible that your passage understanding was not correct, or your conclusions understanding was not correct, or you did not understand choice E properly. You did not evaluate the meaning of sum here, and you did not evaluate the impact of choice E on the conclusion, and that is why you selected it. Time to update your inner log. So you have this updated table with you for this particular question. You know whether the passage logic was clear to you. You know whether you understood the conclusion properly. You know whether you understood what the correct answer choice should convey. Also, you found out why you selected the incorrect answer choice. It will be one of these reasons, or one of these actually. And you also understood why you rejected the correct answer choice. Now, this information will go to your error log. All these points, so whenever you have a cross, will be the category of mistakes that you are making. And the reasons that you have entered here will go into your root cause analysis. So, hope you will be able to update your error log like that. Good luck.